Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore, currently in Singapore, and welcome to day 79 of my 100-day vlog series. So if you're someone who has a dream and you want to make it come true, you want to pursue your passion, you want to create a worthy and meaningful purpose for yourself and for your life, this is where I share what I've learned in my journey, especially over the last 8 years, where I've really taken action to pursue some of my dreams and fulfill some of them. And I hope that whatever I've shared allows you to gain more insights into your own journey and whatever you're going through now, whether you're feeling discouraged, whether you're feeling confused, whether you just need to know that someone else out there is also on a similar kind of journey. I'm here, and if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. So yesterday I shared about how a very common excuse that we give ourselves for not going after our dreams and not going after what we really want is telling ourselves that we're not good enough. And not good enough can mean different things to different people, but typically it means that, one is that we think we don't deserve it, and usually a large part of it has to do with us not being talented enough, or not being skilled enough, or not having the right training or the right education in order for us to do that dream that we want. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true, because I'm not a trained artist, and I managed to pull off my first solo exhibition in 2 months despite not having any formal training in art, and I managed to paint 30 paintings in 6 weeks even though I had virtually non-existent acrylic painting skills or any art making skills at that point in time. So what I wanted to share today is that when you have a dream and you want to make it happen and you're feeling that you're not good enough, first of all, focus instead on what you are already good enough at, such that you can start taking action on this dream. And then the other thing then is, how are you going to figure out whatever else it is that you need in terms of skill set, in terms of your technicals, in terms of, the execution aspect of it, such that you can fulfill this dream. So one of the things that I really believe in is to just take action first and then learn whatever you need as you go along the way. And this is how I've always gone on my journey, because I kind of, there's no right or wrong way here. Like, if you think going to do a course in whatever it is that your dream is related to, whatever industry thing that you need to learn, sometimes that is necessary to do that first before you can start embarking on your dream, because maybe it has to do with a technical skill set that you can't just wing it. But in the creative arts, we have a lot more leeway here. In the creative arts like music, writing, like acting, a lot of times it comes from your own personal experience and your own expression from your own personal experience. So you don't necessarily need like a technical training or background to get started, okay? So note that I'm not saying that technical training is not essential. I'm saying that you don't need that to get started if you are looking at a creative dream or a creative project that's related to your dream. And the way I've always gone about doing it is I always focus on the project first, and then I would learn whatever the project needs as the need arises. Because I don't want to let the areas that I feel that I'm not good enough in stop me from actually taking action. So I always look at what is it that I can already do. I start taking action based on that first. So like as an example, my first solo exhibition was something that was way outside my comfort zone. Even though I felt that it was totally outside of my reach, even though I felt that the whole project was totally outside of anything that I had ever done before, by breaking it down to smaller steps, I realized that there's actually a lot of places that I can get whatever answers or resources or support that I needed. And it was just about me reaching outside to look for that. So like, for example, when it came to looking for a venue, and I didn't know any venues, well, I asked people, hey, do you know of any venues that I could rent to do an exhibition? And whatever they told me, I would just follow up with that. Okay, I don't care what kind of venue it is, I'm just gonna go and take a look. So I allowed myself to be open to all possibilities. And then the other thing was, what I shared yesterday when I got stuck trying to make the 30 paintings, I went online, I went on Google, and I started looking at ideas of how I can make, 30 acrylic paintings happen in 6 weeks. And that led to the discovery of how people combine different media into acrylic paintings. I've seen even people add found objects into the acrylic paintings and make mixed media, almost sculptural kind of paintings. What resonated with me was that I could use whatever skill set I already had and make something from that. And then other things that I had to learn was how to run an event, because my exhibition was essentially an event. So I spoke to someone who had more experience in running events and asked her, what do I need to look out for? What do I need to prepare? What do I need to have such that the event is a success? And then she basically taught me how to do a task list in terms of getting organized for whatever it is that I need for this event. And as I went about doing these things, and I learned as I went along, and I asked people for help, like even setting up my exhibition. I have no idea how to set up my exhibition. I asked people to come and assist me to do that. So I had 4 other friends at that time who happened to be free in that morning, and they came and they helped me set up the exhibition. And it was kind of like a collective knowledge that we all had, because out of these 4 friends who came to help me, only one of them is an artist. The rest of them are not at all in the arts, but they were there, and they, everyone came with their own collective knowledge and their collective understanding. Plus the owner of the gallery was there, so he helped figure out, he helped show us some of the things that we needed for the setup as well. And that was how we set up the exhibition. So a lot of times, we actually have everything that we need already. We're just using our not good enough or feeling that we don't have enough yet to stop us from actually getting started. When really all we have to do is focus on what is that thing that you want to do, what is that form of that dream that you want to manifest right now. And then as you start taking action, you're going to discover that there are going to be things that you don't know and things that you might need to learn. And that's when you decide whether you want to go take a course, whether you want to ask somebody who knows more than you, whether you want to go on Google, whether you want to go on YouTube to find some answers. And essentially what I'm saying is that, have a goal and have an objective first. Don't go taking a course just because you think that's a good skill set that you need to learn in order to make your dream come true. Because sometimes whatever is needed for your dream right now may not be answered in that course. And it's not to say that that course isn't going to be useful, because nothing we've ever done is a waste. But it's more like to be effective and efficient in using your time to manifest that dream. How do you go about, learning whatever you need to know for that thing right now, rather than learning something that is not related to it yet that might come in useful later. But at the end of the day, there's also no right or wrong answer as to how to approach this. You might feel more comfortable and more ready to actually take action on your dream if you do the course first, or you might be, more daring like me and just jumping in feet first, because otherwise doing a course first is really boring for me. And I would rather just learn the things that I need to and learn as I go along. And that's how I've been going on my journey of living my dreams. So everyone is different in this. It's also up to you to figure out what works for you. I'm just saying, to try different methods of going after your dream and test out different things, and don't get fixated on what we have been told, that you need to do a course first, you need to gain the skill set first before you can start taking action. So if you've enjoyed today's video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube or like my Facebook page wherever you're seeing this on. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any one of my social media links, which are in the write-ups attached to these videos. And I'll see you tomorrow!